Hi all, welcome to the video. In this video I will be discussing some problems of heat equation. First problem, a rod of length L with isolated sides is initially at a uniform temperature U0. Its ends are suddenly cooled at 0 degrees Celsius and are kept at that temperature. Find the temperature. So this problem is related to heat equation. Okay, so our heat equation is dou U by dou T is equal to C square into dou square U divided by dou X square. Here we want to find the temperature, that means U of X comma T. Here we want to find U of X comma T. It is given that its ends are suddenly cooled at 0 degrees Celsius. Here the starting point is 0 and the end point is L because the rod of length is L. So the boundary conditions are U of 0 comma T is equal to 0 and U of L comma T is equal to 0. So these are the boundary conditions. Then what is the initial condition? Here it is given that a rod of length L with isolated sides is initially at a uniform temperature U0, which means U of X comma 0, uniform temperature U0, that means this is equal to U0. So this is the initial condition. So we have an heat equation with two boundary conditions and one initial conditions. We want to find the value of U of xt. The general solution of heat equation is U of X comma T is equal to C1 cos Px plus C2 sin Px into e raised to minus c square p square t. Equation number 1. This is the general solution of heat equation. Here we are giving the boundary conditions. First of all, u of 0 t equal to 0, which means put x equal to 0 in the equation 1. So we have c1 cos 0 plus c2 sin 0 into e raised to minus c square into p square t is equal to 0. So this implies cos 0 is 1, sin 0 0. So we have c1 into e raised to minus c square p square t is equal to 0. Here we have c1 is equal to 0 because exponential is not always 0. So we have c1 is equal to 0. Then our general solution will be u of x comma t is equal to c2 sin px into e raised to minus c square p square t. Equation number 2. Next we are giving the next boundary condition, that is u of L comma t is equal to 0. This implies c2 sin pl into e raised to minus c square p square t is equal to 0. This implies C2. Already we have C1 is equal to 0. So we cannot equate C2 as 0. Okay, C1 and C2 not simultaneously 0. Okay, then next e raised to minus e square p square t. Exponential is not always 0. So we cannot equate this term also to 0. So the only possibility is sin PL is equal to 0. Sin PL is equal to 0 means PL is equal to n pi for n is an integer. For n is an integer. This implies P equal to n pi divided by L. So substitute this value of P in our equation 2. Then we have u of x comma t is equal to C2 sin Px. It will be n pi x divided by L into e raised to minus, substituting p, n pi by L. So n pi divided by L the whole square into c square t. Okay, this can be written as sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity Here we are replacing this C2 as an because here all the term contains n and n varies from 0 to 1 to 0, 1 to 3, etc. Okay, so here n is equal to 1 to infinity an sine n pi x divided by L into e raised to minus n square pi square divided by L square into c square t. This is a half range Fourier sine series with an is equal to 2 divided by L integral 0 to L f of x sine n pi x divided by L dx, or here 2 by L integral 0 to L instead of f of x u of x comma 0 into sine n pi x divided by L dx. Okay, next we want to find the value of an. We have from the initial condition u of x0 as u naught. Okay, so an is equal to 2 divided by L integral 0 to L u naught sine n pi x divided by L dx. Then integrating this one, we have which is equal to 2 by L. Here u naught is a constant term, so integral 0 to L sine n pi x divided by L dx. So this is equal to 2 u naught divided by L. Integral of sine is minus cos n pi x divided by L whole divided by n pi by L. This is a coefficient of x within the limit 0 to L. So giving the limits 2 u naught divided by L into L by n pi. Then if we are giving the upper limit, that is minus cos n pi L divided by L minus cos 0. Okay, so this will be here L cancelled, that is 2 u naught divided by n pi. Then this is minus, here L cancel, cos n pi is minus 1 whole power n, then minus plus, that is 1. So this is equal to, here we can give n an even value and n odd values. Okay, when n is even, if you are giving n is even, here minus 1 whole power n will be positive, so minus 1 plus 1, it will be 0. So for n is equal even number, an will be 0. Then what about n is odd? Here if you are giving n is odd, this will be minus value, then minus of minus plus, then again plus 1. So 4 u naught divided by n pi. So the solution is u of xt is equal to sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an sine n pi x divided by L e raised to minus n square pi square divided by L square c square t, where an is equal to 0 when n is even, and 4 u naught divided by n pi when n is odd. Next problem. Solve the one-dimensional equation dou u by dou t equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square, subject to the conditions u of xt not equal to infinity if t tends to infinite, u of 0 t equal to 0, u of pi t equal to 0, and u of x 0 is equal to pi x minus x square. Here this equation dou u by dou t equal to c square dou square u by dou x square, which is a heat equation. So we want to find the value of u of xt. Here it is given that u of 0 t equal to 0 and u of pi t equal to 0. So these are the boundary conditions. Then u of x comma 0 equal to pi x minus x square. So this is the initial condition. Here we want to find the solution u of xt. First of all, the general solution u of x comma t is equal to c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into e raised to minus p square c square t. First of all, give the first boundary condition, that is u of 0t equal to 0 implies c1 cos 0 plus c2 sin 0 into e raised to minus p square c square t is equal to 0. This implies sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So, c1 into e raised to minus p square c square t equal to 0. This implies c1 is equal to 0. Okay. Therefore, our solution will be u of x comma t is equal to c2 sin px into e raised to minus p square c square t. Next, we are giving u of pi comma t equal to 0. So, c2 sin px, it will be p pi into e raised to minus p square c square t is equal to 0. Here also, if c1 is equal to 0, we cannot equate c2 to 0. Always e raised to minus p square c square t not equal to 0. So, we have sin p pi is equal to 0. So, p pi is equal to n pi. So, p equal to n pi divided by pi, that is equal to n. So, our solution, new solution will be u of x comma t is equal to c2 sin p is replaced by n. So, nx e raised to minus n square c square t. So, this is the new solution. Next, we are replacing this u of x t in terms of summation. So, we have u of x comma t is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity, then c2 is replaced as an sin nx into e raised to minus n square c square t, where an is equal to 2 by L. Here L is pi. So, 2 by pi integral 0 to pi our u of x comma 0 into sin nx dx. So, this will be 2 by pi integral 0 to pi. In the question it is given that u of x 0 is pi x minus x square into sin nx dx. Here we want to integrate this one. So, 2 by pi. By Bernoulli's rule of integration, it is taken as this as the first function and this as the second function. So, first function into integral of the second, that is minus minus cos nx divided by n. Then alternate minus, so minus derivative of the first function, that is pi minus 2x into integral of this one, that is minus sin nx divided by n whole divided by again n. Then plus derivative of this one, that is minus 2 into integral of this one. So, already we have minus, then again integral of sin is minus. So, cos nx divided by this is n square again n, that is n cube within the limit 0 to pi. So, this will be 2 by pi. If you are giving pi, so pi into pi minus pi square. So, this will be 0 minus sin n pi. Here sin n pi again 0 minus 2 into here cos n pi, that is minus 1 whole power n divided by n cube. This is the upper limit minus again lower limit. X equal to 0 implies first term as 0. Next sin 0. So, it is again 0. Then minus cos 0 is 1. So, minus 2 by n cube. That is equal to 2 by pi into minus 2 divided by n cube into minus 1 whole power n plus 2 by n cube. This is equal to 0 when n is even, and if n is odd, this will be 2 times. So the answer is 8 divided by n cube pi when n is odd. So this is the value of an. Okay, so the solution is u of xt equal to sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an sin nx e raised to minus n square c square t, where an is equal to 0 when n is even and 8 divided by n cube pi when n is odd. Again, next problem. Find the temperature U of xt. So related to heat equation. In a bar which is perfectly insulated laterally, whose ends are kept at 0 degrees Celsius. It gives the boundary conditions, that is U of 0T equal to 0 and U of, here it is given, its length is 10 centimeters. So 10 comma T is equal to 0, and whose initial temperature is f of x equal to x into 10 minus x. So we have U of x comma 0 is equal to x into 10 minus x. Here it is given the length is 10 centimeters, or L is 10. First of all, write the general solution. U of x comma t is equal to c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into e raised to minus c square p square t. First initial condition 0t equal to 0 gives c1 is equal to 0. Okay, as in our last problems. Then u of 10 comma t equal to 0 implies c2 sin x as 10. So 10p into e raised to minus c square p square t is equal to 0. This gives sin 10p is equal to n pi. Okay, sorry, sin 10p is equal to 0, then 10p is equal to n pi. So p equal to n pi by 10. So the solution will be u of x comma t is equal to c2 sin n pi x divided by 10 into e raised to minus c square p replaced by n pi by 10 whole square t. Also, this can be written as sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity sin n pi x divided by 10 into e raised to minus c square n square pi square divided by 100 t, where here we have an, so an is equal to 2 by L, that is 10 integral 0 to 10 f of x, that is x into 10 minus x into sin n pi x divided by 10 dx. So next we want to find what is an. So an is equal to 2 by 10 integral 0 to 10 x into 10 minus x sin n pi x divided by 10 dx. Okay, this is equal to 0.2. Here it is 10x minus x square, taking this as the first function and this as the second function. So by Bernoulli's rule of integration, we have first function into integral of the second, that is minus cos n pi x divided by 10 whole divided by n pi by 10 minus derivative of the first one, that is 10 minus 2x into integral of the second one. So minus sin n pi x divided by 10 whole divided by, here n pi by 10, then again n pi by 10. So n pi by 10 whole square plus again derivative of this one, that is minus 2 into integral of this one. So minus again minus, so cos n pi x divided by 10 whole divided by n pi by 10 the whole cube within the limit 0 to 10. So this is equal to 0.2. If you are giving 10, the first term will be 0 minus here 10 cancel and sin n pi again 0. Then here if you are giving x as 10, then cos n pi, so minus 2 cos n pi, okay, divided by n pi by 10 whole cube. So this is the upper limit minus lower limit 0. It is 0, the first term will be 0 minus again 0 minus 2 divided by n pi by 10 the whole cube. So this will be 0.2 into, if you are taking minus 2 divided by n pi by 10 the whole cube outside, we have minus 1 whole power n minus 1. Okay, this will be 0 when n is even and 800 divided by n cube pi cube when n is odd. So this is the solution of this problem.